Today I stand before you to tell you that how much damages we do make to our property, to our nation, to our own. We should understand that what we are speaking or what act we are in should be a good act. Nowadays I am looking back to my this 19, 2020. I have seen that the corona has given us too much trouble. We stop our going out. We made assemble our family in one room. Everything was stagnant. No one was allowed to go out for their own safety. But in this scenario, if I look with my own eyes, I saw that most of the people have spoken bad about their own brothers. Take for a political issue, take any issue. We have done damages to us, and therefore we have done damages to our nation as well. So, I were having in my mind one episode that I have ever seen with my friend, and I thought that I should assemble it with this my clipping today.
Mr. President, ladies and gentlemen, history is more than the path left by the past. It influences the present and can shape the future. We meet today in Westminster Hall, a building begun 900 years ago when the Vikings were visiting the shores of what would become the United States, even if it was Columbus who would subsequently demonstrate the politician's art of arriving late but claiming all the credit. This hall has witnessed grim trials and the sentencing to death of a king, coronation banquets, ceremonial addresses, and the coffins of those receiving the last respects of our people. Few places reach so far into the heart of our nation. Yet, until today, no American president has stood on these steps to address our country.
This is what the speech of Barack Obama, the president, the ex-president of United States of America, address in the British Parliament is. What the British Parliament spoke about him cannot be spoken of any person or about any personality, because if you are to be a leader, you have to prove yourself to be a leader first. Now, the words are of that speaker is that no American person have stepped up this floor till now. Yet we call this president Barack Obama to address our national parliament. What it is exactly in our India? Last time I had been to the Lakshmi Narayan Institute of Technology that is situated at Amravati Road, Nagpur. When I enter in the premises, I find that there are so many steps to climb at if you want to go to the premises of college. I were having on my scooter. So there was not a meaning for that that I should step up the ladders and go to the upper side of that hills where the college building is. But after going there in the director's room, I asked Mankar Saab, the director of the institution, that any of your students do climb these ladders now? And his reply was none. They enjoy it. They sit together there, discuss the matter, entertain them with this or that subject. But nowadays, they have a scooter or they are mobile. And with this scooter, they never comes on climbing on that ladder. What exactly I want to say here is that we Indian people never want to be too much brave. Never we have this attitude in college. When I went to give a speech in Lakshminarayan Institute of Technology, I find that I asked the boys that who's want to be a businessman in their career. No hand come up, not a single one. So what is the attitude of our nation's young generation is there? I will get the admission anyhow on my this quota, that quota, or with any means. Will pass the examination and I will get a better job in my life. If the government job comes at the source, it is well and good. Because after once you got the job in government, there is no responsibility. No one student step up on this ladder till it. But the director of our institution, Mr. Mankar, told me, on those days, when the scooter was not at the disposal of any student, they used to climb this ladder because they used to keep their bicycles below on the foot of the hill, and then they used to come by climbing on the ladders the classroom. Can we have such a challenge in our life? If somebody says that you can't do that, so I should be there. Yes, I can. If somebody asks that, have you climbed this stair? You should have a word for him. Yes, I did. But nowadays, we have lost every aspect, every good things about our life. And that's what I want to tell. Climbing on the ladder is not a fun. It is spirit. It is something you want to do, you want to achieve in your life. So climb the ladders whichever comes on your path. Thank you.
My Lord Chancellor, Mr. Speaker, Mr. Prime Minister, my lords and members of the House of Commons, I have known few greater honors than the opportunity to address the Mother of Parliaments at Westminster Hall. I am told that the last three speakers here have been the Pope, Her Majesty the Queen, and Nelson Mandela, which is either a very high bar or the beginning of a very funny joke.